Hey everyone, welcome to another video. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Irit and on this channel I share all my crochet adventures. And today I just want to talk about a few things and yeah, so let's get started. Finished objects. I don't have anything new since last week's video where I was wearing this sweater that I finished based on my half and half sweater pattern, which is also a cal that I'm doing here on my channel. And yeah, I just want to update that I've been wearing this non-stop. I really like the style of it and it's really comfy. The yarn, even though it's like 100% acrylic, I really enjoy it. And I'm also very happy with the neckline that I chose, which I will show you how to do. And if you purchased the written pattern, first of all, thank you very much. And I will do my best this week to add like a bonus of written patterns for 2 more options for the neckline. So right now the written pattern includes instructions for a ribbing neckline and like bottom edge of the sweater, which is what I did on the version that I'm wearing. But actually probably the other 2 options are more my thing. Well, that's not true. I like all of them, but this is very, very simple and very fast. And if you don't like anything, you know, tight around your neck, then this is a great option. And I will include it in the cal, so you will also see it here on my channel, but I will do my best to also add a written version of it because I like to work from a written pattern and I know other people feel the same. So I'm really hoping this will be this week. And yeah, really, really loving this version of my sweater. Okay, moving on to something that is actually made me very, very happy. You can see it here. If you have been watching this channel for some time, you know that I was following the Secret Yarnery cal of 2021 and I made 11 squares, and then being a classical like me with follow-through issues, I didn't like the pattern. First of all, I just want to say I think the cal is fantastic. I think Krista from the Secret Yarnery is really exceptional with her instructions and, you know, generosity on her channel. All of this you can follow it, you know, the free tutorials on YouTube. So I just want to say that, give her full credit for the awesomeness that is this blanket. But I didn't like the last pattern that she used, like the last stitch for the 12th square, and so I was kind of procrastinating on it and I didn't do it. And then this weekend I finally sat down and I found a stitch that I liked and I made the last square. And the other problem that I had is that I didn't like her border for the cal, not because I didn't like the look of it, it just it was very, I felt like work intensive to put all the stitch markers on every square, and maybe it's just me, but I really don't have, like, I want all of this to be fun, and that kind of measuring and planning is not my idea of fun. So I was trying to find a way to like do my own thing and basically kind of wing it without having to put like a lot of stitch markers and thinking. And I found something that absolutely works for me. It took a little bit of experimenting, but not too much. And as you can see, I finished all the borders in white. And now I have to think, I probably will, I don't know if I want to do another row of white. And then I'll probably do like an off-white join, or I do have some of the same yarn that I used for the edges. I'll talk about the yarns in a second. I do have that in like a dark gray, which could also be nice, just like adding a pop of, you know, just a bit contrast. So I'm not sure, I haven't made that decision yet, but I did go around all of the squares and I treated them as squares. I think Krista did. It was a little bit of a rectangle. I just, no, I can't. I can't. So they're all squares, and I know a couple of you were also kind of stuck at the same point as I was, and I'll just tell you what I did. The first row that I did was a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, and then the corners are like in every corner I have again single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. So that's the corner, and then between corner to corner I have 12 single crochets, and of course chain 2 spaces between, you know, every corner and the next single crochet, and then every single crochet. And then the second round is just like I did like a granny pattern basically, so 3 double crochets in each chain 2 space, and the corners I just did double crochet, 3 chains, double crochet. If you want to see this up close, I can show you. Maybe I should just film the last one that I'm doing. And yeah, doing the 12 single crochet in the middle using a 6mm hook, just like I did for all the squares. It's, you know, if you want it a bit tighter, if you want like the border to kind of just like stretch a little bit the squares, you could probably go down to 11 single crochets, and that might be also simpler because then you would have a single crochet exactly in the middle, you know, 11, so 1 in the middle and then 5 on each side, not counting the corners. So you can do that, and I didn't use any stitch markers. With the like doing it more and more, you kind of get the hang of the spacing that you need, and it went really fast for me. So I finished mine in like a couple of afternoons, like all of these squares. I'm really happy about it, and yeah, now I'm wondering maybe I should just do another row because I have so much yarn, so why not, you know, use it and do like another granny square row around everything, and then join them with like a thinner join maybe, or I can do a join as you go from now on. So I'm not sure about those decisions, but I'm super happy that I made some progress on this because, you know, I finished 11 squares and then it was just sitting in this beautiful pile. It coordinates with my sweater. These are like my colors. It makes me so happy. So I really want this to be a blanket, and I think it's going to be a fabulous blanket. And yeah, I really want to I want to finish it. I want to finish it this month in February. And I hope I can do that. And yeah, if you're like looking at this and you're thinking, oh, that should be the next step, like you should do a border with this color, or you should do this, or you should do that, then let me know in the comments if this is telling you something. Because I'm not sure. The only thing, you know, I don't have more of, like I used a lot of these leftovers for like scrap blankets, so I don't have the colorful yarn anymore. But I have more like white and off-white and yeah, gray. I'm not sure if I have black, maybe. Okay, so I wanted to talk about the yarn. I used, for all of the colors, I used one of my favorite kind of go-to simple affordable acrylic yarn in great colors, which is the Hobie XL. So it's like their 4-weight acrylic yarn. And what I also like about it is, even though I haven't used the other sizes really, is that they have like a chunky version and I think like a DK version of, you know, with the same color range, which is great. The color range is really beautiful. I do wish I didn't find a green that I like in their range, but yeah, look at these beautiful colors. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. makes me so happy. So I really want to finish this. And I also like this stitch that I used, which is very simple. It's a stitch from this book, which I have to say, I like, you know, I look at it and I see like all kinds of things that I like, but then I'm not sure. I'm a much bigger fan of the other stitch book that I showed you the other day by Dora Ohrenstein. I don't know, somehow that kind of speaks more to me. I don't think this is a bad book, like, at all. Maybe I just need to, you know, spend some time with it. But yeah, like every time I really want to use it, and then every time I try to, and I tried several stitches before I settled on this one, which I do like for like a blanket. I don't know, I'm kind of more into simple stitches, but yeah, one of the things that I actually liked about this blanket was just trying different stitches, different looks, and you know, maybe I'll like find a more open stitch that I enjoy. So yeah, so these are Hobbii Amigo XL, and all the white is Saver from Ice Yarns, which I really like because it just comes in like these huge 200-gram skeins, and you get 2 skeins in like a pack, so 400. So I really like Saver for, you know, kind of go-to neutrals or go-to colors. It's very easy to work with. It's like a standard acrylic, but nice. Super beginner friendly and great for blankets. Not a huge fan of anything like, you know, 4-weight and above that is 100% acrylic for clothes. I'm talking about like standard acrylic yarns. So yeah, really happy about this progress. And I'll show you what is on my hook right now. Is it possible, besides the blanket, is it possible that I just have the one? I will also hopefully get today or tomorrow my little, it's quite little, I'm like very surprised with myself, haul from Hobbii with a few yarns that are new to me. I kind of have an idea for something I want to do with the tencel yarn I showed you last week. And since I ordered the fine one, which I think is like super fine, I don't know if I'm gonna be scared from it, scared of it, but I have an idea of like combining 2 colors and then kind of using the similar concept to this sweater, which is 3 DK strands of acrylic yarn. This color technique is by the Knit Edit. That's where I learned it from, and she uses it in knitting, but you can absolutely use it for crocheting like I have. So I want to show you what I'm working on, and the color makes me happy. So there's a lot of sew. Hopefully I will get my little haul and I will show you what I got and play around with some new yarns. There are a couple of yarns that I'm very excited about in there, and yeah, I have to see, you know, how they feel. Okay, so this is my current whip, the most recent version of the half and half sweater. I have an idea in my head for this, which I've also like, you know, sketched and like did the whole thing, which I'm usually just like winging it, but yeah, this one I wanted to think about it properly. So this is half of it and I'm using this Phildar Bonbon yarn that I showed you in the haul in this beautiful color. This color is gorgeous. I wish it was just like a little bit darker, just a little bit, but it's really pretty, and I think it's a really lovely kind of spring color. And yeah, I'm working on it. I mostly did, you know, my go-to stitch that we're doing for the cowl, but then I decided to do like a few rows of just like back loop only, half double crochet on the right side and then just regular half double on the wrong side. Just because, you know, the construction of this sweater, you work the body part vertically, unlike I think most patterns. Traditionally it's more horizontally, so it really lends itself well to all of these kind of plays on, you know, like back loop only, front loop only, because then you get like that texture and it's like in a vertical, which I think is very flattering. And you know, it also kind of, I feel like, you know, to a limit, to a certain degree, it really can shape itself to your body shape. That's what I feel. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And you can see I started here, the front panel. I actually want this to be a very simple shape, and then I have a couple of ideas to make it a little bit more special and pretty. But yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, and I'm hoping to do some serious progress this week and show you, like, this in my head. This is the first item in the spring collection that I want to create. I want to create like a spring collection with a few really pretty and kind of feminine and colorful items, and this is the first one. I hope. That's the plan. But you know, you plan and then things happen, right? So, oh, I also want to tell you that one skein actually took me pretty far. These are, I want to say 50-gram skeins. This is the second one that I'm using, and I have not a lot left. But so 2 skeins brought me here, and these were on sale on the Phildar website for, I want to say, €4 a skein. This is a blend. This is like third cotton, 30% something cotton, and then the rest is polyamide, acrylic, all those synthetic things. Yeah, but 2 skeins got me here. So I'm thinking I can do the whole sweater with probably 6. And I hope I have 6. I really do. Yeah, maybe a bit. No, I want it to be like a little bit, not like oversized, but a little like very relaxed fit. So yeah, probably 6 skeins. But as you can see, it's like nice and loose and not tight or anything. So yeah, really enjoying this, and kind of I want to see if it turns out the way that I imagine it. I think that's the hardest part. That's why I, you know, on one hand, I'm not a huge fan of like planning and, you know, thinking about the colors and the shape and everything, because then it's sometimes really harder to actually make it. While if I kind of wing it and start just with a yarn and playing, I feel like, you know, I don't have these like high expectations that I'm trying to reach, but rather working with what I have and everything. So I don't know. That's my process. We'll see if that works. Coming this week, so I will do the haul, and then we're going to do the second part of the cal, the sleeves. I will do my best to have that up for you very, very soon. And yeah, I think that is it. If you want to see like the stitch here that I used, I'll show you how it looks. It's very, very easy. Believe me, I don't do anything too complicated. So this is how it looks. Really easy. I guess, you know, with like thinner yarn and maybe a larger hook, it could be like a nice stitch, simple stitch for a shawl or something. Or what I would actually consider using this, as I said, I'm more into like basic closed stitches. That's just the aesthetics that I like. However, I did make one sweater that I really, really love by Maya Luna Corazon, which has here like a panel here with more of a lacy texture. So with a thinner yarn, with a chunky, with like this 4-weight, it still looks chunky, but with a thinner yarn, I would definitely consider combining something like this in a top. I think it would look pretty, and I like the look of that when Like here and below it's kind of more basic, and then here it's a little bit more embellished. So yeah, I'm just trying to think if, you know, if I can see myself using this stitch for anything more. But if you want to see the stitch, and if you have this book, it's in this book. I'll tell you where, if I can find it, because I tried so many and I wasn't sure. Yeah, it's this one. It's on page 20 and it's called Linked Shells. So this one here. If you have this book, this is the stitch, Linked Shells, and it's really simple, which is what I like, and it goes very fast, and it's a 2-row repeat. So that's that. And yeah, I'll do my best to just film the border so you can see if you're also kind of stuck with this cowl like I was. But I'm not. I made a breakthrough and I'm super happy about that. So that is it for me. I hope you're all doing well. Let me know what you're working on, what you're excited about. Are you still like in deep in like sweater mode, or are you already thinking about spring? I'm starting to see in my you know, yarn shops, they're starting to bring out the spring and summer yarns, which, you know, on one hand it makes me a little bit sad because it's still really cold outside. And yeah, so I feel like we're still in sweater weather for a few more months. But on the other hand, the summer yarns tend to have more plant-based fibers, you know, cotton, bamboo. So I'm really excited to play with those and, you know, kind of move away a little bit from the super synthetic fibers. Okie dokie. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you a wonderful day and a good week, and I'll see you soon in another video. Take care. Bye bye.